Let's see what we got here. I heard the beep. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much is that I help people to become Christ-like, Krishna-like, Buddha-like. You know what I'm saying? Whatever those, I guess, status or quotes like be like. Anyway, all I'm saying is pretty much I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. So when you look at somebody like Krishna, Buddha, whatever the fuck, all you see in here is people who went through one phase to another phase. You know, Jesus was Jesus the Nazareth who became Jesus Christ. Siddhartha became the Buddha. You know, Krishna, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I recall that story exactly. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. What you're seeing is, and if you know their story, you'll see the trials and tribulations that they have to go through for them to become who they are. And of course, everybody always knew who they were because of who they were in terms of the people, their interaction with other people, how down to earth that they were. So people always knew that they were divine. So that's why even Jesus' presence was always there. Oh my God, I'm getting so much right now. Anyway, that was just for me. Oh. Mm. Spirit be fucking me up like this, though. I apologize. Let me go back to my introduction, just so you know, too. I mean, you know, these things do happen. You know, sometimes, you know, we would be doing live and I'll be tapping into a couple things and, you know, it definitely does happen. And as part of me being a healer too, you know, I have some other gifts. I'm saying, shit, it is what it is. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, being a spiritual healer, pretty much I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. Now, that also implies having the highest level of clarity or mental clarity. But for you to reach that level, it's important for you to become in alignment with you. And by being in alignment with you, what I'm referring to here is that your emotions and your mental aspect must come together. No other way around it. In fact, you've noticed it a lot of times. When you look at someone who's being, let's just say, emotional, right? So we also understand that that person is not fully aware of certain things that is right in front of them that we know typically you would have noticed, but since you in love, nigga, you don't see it. This is critical for you to understand. So allow me to open up another. Let me open up like another. I guess not necessarily conversation because it's all connected, but let me just, you know what I'm saying, talk about this for a second, right? Because in just a little bit, I will be talking about spirituality, but I wanted to focus or emphasize on this example a little bit because I feel like this is a pretty good foundation for us to understand our lives. So when you see somebody who's, let's just say, deeply in love and do not see what you see, that alone should reflect how we operate. That alone should also, should reflect who we are, how we do things. This is why I'll be talking about spirituality, but again, this is your life. Your vision of your life, or this life, it's based on your emotions and your intellect. That's why life is what you make it. On a side note, let me say this. Random, right? This is truly random. And I wanted to big up this nigga because I read his book a few years back, right? And to be honest with you, I really tap into that book probably 5 years ago. From the time I read that book, and for me to tap into it 5 years ago, it's like. Anyway, I'm saying that to say, right? What is it called? I can't recall the name of that book, but it's from this Brazilian guy, Paulo, whatever the fuck. What was the name of the book? It's right here, but it's just not. Anyway, whatever the fuck, right? So essentially, what this nigga did in his book, right? He talks about the journey, and then at the end of the book, it's almost like you just woke up from a dream. Because ultimately, all of those experiences that you're going through, I mean, I don't want to say that they don't exist, because they do exist, but you is how you do it. That's why life is what you make it. Your spiritual development or your life, I mean, it's you. You can only go as far as your life go. I mean, you can only go in as I mean in life you're gonna only go as far as you go. So again, I was just saying this to show you that you don't listen or see with your eyes or with those physical ears. Although you have them, although you do hear from them, and although I do see from this too. But there's another sight that exists, that coexist with this eyesight. There's another life that exists, that coexists with, that's why we say we are being born twice. When you're being born again, this is you acknowledging another life. This is not, you stop living. No, you're living two life now. You've been born twice. And that's what being born again is. Now, of course, the old is going to be old, and then now you're going to have the new. But what that is telling you, it doesn't suppress the old you, but it's just a better version of who you become. That's how the old becomes new. So listen, man, this is not a coincidence. I'm saying all of this, as a way, as a foundation to what we're going to be talking about. But anyway, let me go back to, I do apologize, I just got very emotional. I got in my feelings. But going back to the whole introduction shit, especially if this is your first time, if you're coming back, you already know, stop playing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But if this is your first time, I'm just a spiritual healer. I mean, not just, that entails a whole lot. But let me just say, I am that. And pretty much for you to attain that highest level of consciousness. Now, going back to what we were saying before, in terms of, yeah, we mentioned a few things. Now, in terms of your growth, in terms of you looking at the bigger picture, it's important for you to become in alignment with you. Because again, as I was talking about when we talk about the whole emotional shit, when you are emotionally unbalanced, it does have a direct impact on your emotions. That's why people would tell you, you know what, if you're mad, it's okay, but you probably do not want to make some serious decision while you're mad. Because you're not emotionally balanced, you don't see how you were supposed to see. And again, I'm referring to the sight, your true sight in terms of you seeing and understanding life. And those are the two lives that coexist together. And as you're being born twice, that's the life you're going to adapt. That's the life you're going to live. That's why at one point I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Please forgive me. Because I just wanted to go through the whole man, fuck it. Fuck it. I have thousands of fucking introduction, David. If you want to hear my introduction, check it out. But anyway, let's talk about this shit. So it's almost like there's a life within a life. That's why we say to people, "Are you alive?" And you know what you're saying to them because they are looking at you. They're not dead, but that's what we call in the occult, and I will talk about that in just a little bit. We call it a living corpse, meaning you're not living the elixir of life, the fucking the ecstasy of life. You're not living that. But for you to live that ecstasy part of life, now that's when you're gonna have to go inward. You know what I'm saying? The darkness, the hidden culture, what you don't see. I'm trying to help you to make the connection. Because that's what all of this shit is talking about. That life that is within the life that we're living now. When you find that life, that's when you automatically become born again. Or you're being born twice. And that life entails for you to acknowledge a higher side of you. That's when you start to acknowledge the shit that is not the non-physical aspect of yourself. I'm giving the shit war to you niggas. And as you're living this life, this is why this life is a fucking mystery. First of all, you don't even know where the fuck you're from. I mean, you'll know eventually. I know for me, you know, when I tap into myself, but it requires, you know what I'm saying, development. It requires for you to sharpen up your tools, meditations and all that shit. But anyway, not to make it a me thing, but I'm just saying it's not impossible for you to know these things. But at the same time, I'm just telling you right now, if you have not done your meditation, if you have not, you know, connected with your higher self, you're not gonna know where the fuck you from. I mean, there's a bunch of, you know, things that people say, you know, indigo child or whatever the fuck, your chosen one and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you truly can get to know who you are, you know, once you get to know that other side of you. And that's what that other side of you entails. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's a life within a life. The ecstasy of life. And that's the true life. That's that type of life. Once you know it, then that's when you go like, oh, death, where's your fucking victory? Because now you start to acknowledge other shit about you. Like, you're immortal. A lot of us don't even see it that way, or don't even know that about us. You know why? Because you don't see, I mean, you identify yourself with just the first life, or the external part of you. So if you understand so far everything that I'm trying to tell you, then spirituality is your fucking life. To talk about faith, to talk about you being spirit, to talk about your mental aspect, even for me when I was talking about your emotional part and your intellect and your mental part, that is showing you are more than what you appear to be. And if that's the case, when you know that more aspect of yourself, then what you appear to be means nothing. That's how technically you have the ability to look beyond the veil. And that entails you knowing the truth about you. That's why they say, hey, nigga, know the truth will set you free. think I'm gonna speak from this side, nigga. I think I'm gonna speak from this side, man, because I felt like on that side everything was just too clear. Like when I was on that side right here, I just felt like, I mean, it's got to be the sides. I mean, that shit was just, whoa, it was too obvious. Let me get on this side. My niggas, listen up. Man, we're just gonna let Spirit do his thing, man. Because it's been a minute since I've been back anyway. I mean, because sometimes, yo, the best way for you to, I mean, listen, man. I mean, we're just gonna let it flow. Because Spirit be, hey, man. So embracing that life within the life that we're living, you know, when you find your passion, when you know what motivates you, when you follow the unknown, not knowing where you're going to go, but not knowing truly who you truly are, but yet you can't stop being who you are. Does that make sense? Oh, listen, man. Listen, man. Hey, before I even, because I feel like this is going to be a long one, I want some bullshit tonight. So before I even proceed, let me stop here and acknowledge the people that comes back. Listen, I do this for you. I always got to acknowledge you, baby. You already know what this is. You know what we do here. We're breaking bread. You know, this is how we all get together. And ironically, when you understand and embrace the, I guess, paradoxical aspect of life, it's like you could be physically close to somebody and not being emotionally close to them. And what I'm truly saying is, in other words, you could be close to someone and not being close to them. But even that analogy in itself, and if you can understand that, and if you can acknowledge that, what the fuck is that revealing about you? See, this is the very thing that I want you to pay attention to. I mean, the life that we're living now, you see, a lot of people don't truly understand when they're saying this is not real. I mean, I could say the same thing. But the way that you're making it is almost like what you're experiencing is the experience doesn't count. No, it fucking counts. In fact, you are the one experiencing it. You making it count. Isn't that the reason why life is what we make it? So what is your interpretation of fucking life? I'm saying that to say, when you have the ability to look at those different aspects of life, you see, that's what you need to catch on. That's the spirit. That's the mentality. That's what you need to become one with. The Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, or the Spirit of the universe. Or God, however the fuck you want to call it. But the point that I'm making here is that I'm trying to get you to acknowledge some of the things that you do that you may look at as being natural, but you're not looking at it correctly. Now, let's just go back to the whole fucking emotional shit. How would your emotions stop you from seeing certain things that, let's just say, me not being in that fucking emotional state of mind that you're in, and I'm able to see it, but you can't see it. And you're not blind. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? And then you have people now, you know what I'm saying, when you call somebody dumb, what you truly trying to say is they don't have understanding or they don't see, right? Because their action is reflecting how dumb they are. Dumb people throw the rocks up in the air and it falls right down on their fucking head. But obviously, I'm trying to help you to see there is your eyesight and there's another type of sight. Our interpretation of life, what we talk about, is our vision, the way you see life. So with God, with Christ, with Jesus, with God, I mean, what it does, it expands your vision. So again, this is all fucking practical shit. Spirituality is not outside of you. Because now, obviously, as we've been talking about here, I'm also revealing, how we operate. As a man thinketh, so he is. You know what I'm saying? This is no scientific perspective. This is not a philosophical shit. In fact, it goes for those philosophical motherfuckers as well. Their life has been defined by their level of how they see life. That's why they talk the way they talk. They do what they do. So this is just listen. When you understand this is your human condition. So again, spirituality is your fucking life. And when you truly get to see it that way, that's when you transcend. And that transcendence is pretty much referring to you looking at, this life from a fucking external perspective. Now you have the ability to transcend, meaning you could see it past the material bondage, then you see other things beyond it, which do fucking exist. In fact, if you willing to get to know me, motherfucker, you're gonna have to look past my fucking looks. That entails what I look like, or however the fuck I may appear to you. It means you would have to get to know my character. Meaning goes beyond what you see. And this, my niggas, is the reality that you're living in. Nothing is what it seems. Meaning there's a lot more to what you see. To you. And this is the whole, this is why we're here. A lot of, let's just say, spiritual healers, all of my ancestors who came before me, they're talking about the same shit. Helping you to navigate through this world. That's what spirituality is. That's what the spiritual laws are pretty much all about. So if you don't know anything about spirituality, or if you're not spiritual, you don't know who you are. Point blank, period. You don't know who the fuck you is. Or again, or you are, depending on how you look at yourself. You make the rules, bitch. You've always did. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why this life is, you have to know the spiritual laws too. Because that's what helps us to navigate through here. That's your manuscript. Those are your manuals. And that's why the Bible is also there for that too. And this type of knowledge, just so you guys know, when we talk about spirituality, is also called the occult. Or another way of looking at it, or the most I mean, let me just say it the most, I guess, acceptable way. It's called esoteric knowledge. And it's called that way for a specific reason. I mean, of course, you have the hermetic, it's always hidden. But what this is truly telling you, it's not hidden in the sense of it's being kept away from you. No, 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 no. What this is saying is you gotta look deeper. You gotta go beyond what you're looking at. That's why even when you read the Bible and all of those sacred texts goes beyond what is being expressed. And it has to be done that way too, just so you know. Because our ancestors, and as I also came to understand, they understood, listen, you have to wake up to it. So now, how can I say it to you in a way that's going to trigger you? That's what it comes down to. So that's why for me as a spiritual healer, all I'm doing is holding the mirror of wisdom for you to see who you are. See, that's why I don't ask you to subscribe. I mean, I may say it. I don't know if I said it in the past. I may have. But, check out other shit that I got for you. Not for you to, not in the sense of, I don't give a fuck. I mean, shit, nigga. I mean, I don't give a fuck about, I hope you don't give a fuck about me. Let me just say, I hope you don't give a fuck about me. Because this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to serve you, sir. Oh, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? If it's working out for you, just take the shit and go about your way. If not, shit. Well, no Diddy, but fuck me then. Forget about me. That's what I'm saying. But nah, we ain't doing none of that shit then. But anyway. So, as you delving more into this world, right? That's what knowledge is, right? So you went from a little boy or little girl to become a woman. All of that experience, you're going through the same reality. And that's why this nigga Paulo Cello, whatever the fuck, what the fuck was Paulo Cello book? You know what? This motherfucker deserved that I look him up and then say his name, honestly, because that was a good book. But what makes it even greater is what I'm telling you now. So, Paulo, what the fuck's that nigga name, man? Paulo, whatever, Brazilian nigga. I'm saying, in a book. How to make? Oh shit. Am I spelling this shit right? Hold up, niggas. I got you. Oh no. I spelled it like Payaya and shit. I'm tripping. A book. Let me see if that would help. What's that motherfucker's name? Wait. John Updike? What the fuck? The Magus? No, that's not it. Oh man. I don't know. Fuck that book. Your book ain't shit. You ain't shit. No. I'm just fucking around. Yo, bro, just so you know, it's nothing but love. For some reason, I can't recall the name of the book, but it is a good book. Unfortunately, I'm not able to back it up. Part of me a little bit don't give a fuck too. That could be it, but not giving a fuck in the sense of because the book wasn't good. But not giving a fuck in the sense of if you probably know it now. You probably send it to me and I'm like, yo, can you hear it, motherfucker? You psychic ass motherfucker. I'm saying it now. Can you hear it? Don't worry about it. What you need to understand is what I'm about to tell you. Then you can look up the book, or if you already know it, you can actually make the connection. So, as a little boy, I'll give you a perfect example, right? My son. This nigga, he's all into Spider-Man now. This nigga's, hey, he's doing his Spidey thing. So, his understanding of life, and we're sharing the same space. in the same time. I mean, in the same space and time. He, I bet you, 10 years from now, he's still gonna be in that same space and time. But what's going to change is gonna be his internal process, the way he's processing shit internally. So when this motherfucker with his book, and then took you through this whole fucking journey, and then at the end of the book there was nothing, that was brilliant. You see, like, I fuck all everything. This is the shit. This is what niggas not talking about. This nigga got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got it myself 5 years ago. And I must have read that book shit when I was in fucking college, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, alright, I'm still young, alright? None of your business, motherfucker. Mind your business. I mean, shit. I mean, it was, I don't know how long ago. Now, because I actually had the book before, I don't know, I think Will Smith was on fucking BET when he talked about, he said some shit about that book, right? But I had already had it. And then when he mentioned it, I think I had to I went and read it again. And, you know, I mean, listen, everything in due time. I had to develop my vision. That's why you'll see, you see, this is, again, it's not about reading or writing. Like I always tell people too, here's another example. I actually have my master's, right? I have my master's in accounting. Well, I am an accountant. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that to say this. You know, I've been in the fucking field. I know how to read and write. I mean, although English is not my first language. But listen, man, I'm saying this humbly, nigga. I know English, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It has nothing to do with, you know, having an accent or not. It's simply understanding the culture. Like, I understand how you operate. That's why, for me, I could humbly and confidently say I know fucking English. But anyway, I'm saying that to make a point, right? So here I was, went and got my master's. I still had a teacher. The teacher wasn't teaching me how to read or write. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you go from 11th grade to the 12th grade or whatever grade you go to, or from a sophomore to fucking a junior, whatever the fuck, you still have teachers. Why are they there? Do you not know how to read or write? No. Yes, you do. I mean, no and yes, you do. Whatever the fuck, nigga. The bottom line of what I'm trying to say is, then that's why when you're in class, what the teacher's doing is giving you the fucking understanding. Then now you could go back home and read what the teacher was told you to read. Or doing your fucking homework. That's why you can't approach this. The reality is, this whole fucking life is esoteric, nigga. This is the truth. Everything about this life is not what it seems. And your reality goes beyond what it looks like. In other words, man, this life is not as physical as you think it is. In fact, if you don't fully grasp it, check out quantum physics. They tell you everything you encounter is fucking energy. What you call matter is condensed energy. Well, if that's the case, you should be asking yourself, what is that revealing about your reality? Isn't that the reason why life is what you make it? Then now you understand, I mean, you should understand, for you to develop your vision, you gotta go inward, baby. It's an inner work It's a fucking internal affair, shit. Your vision, how you see life, you gotta go in to see it. Just like, well, I love this quote though. They say in life, you have inspiring people. You meet people that would inspire you. You also would meet people that would drain you. Who do you choose? Well, I mean, obviously, I know a lot of you, the people that inspire me. Yeah, sounds good. But for you to make that choice, though, you got to choose you. Because anybody and everybody that I know, including myself, who stand for anything, I had to know my worth. I had to know me. So if you're going to make the best decision for you, you got to know you. So I'm saying that to say, reflecting, I'm also showing you the fucking illusion of life too. How things are not what they appear to be. Because obviously, here we go, me and my son sharing the same time and not looking at reality from the same perspective. And the difference is, it's my fucking experience, what I learned, what I know internally. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the difference. That's why I could be next to you and not be next to you. Or you could be far away from me, but yes, I'm very close to you. So I'm saying that to say, to reveal this life, but also revealing the illusion of this reality. It's nothing good. It's not. I mean, it's nothing bad, and it's nothing good. It just is what it is. So now going back, because I want to go back, I wanted to, because I think I somehow opened up this thing where I was talking about, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, I think I was talking about how people who are saying this life is a fucking illusion, you saying it's not real, but you don't understand what you mean by it not being real. You see, just like in that book, like this motherfucker Brazilian nigga was able to do to show you that he was just sleeping or he woke up. You see, oh, man, this motherfucker, I see you, bitch. I see you, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Como ta? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know you motherfuckers don't speak Spanish. I get it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is just show the fucking respect. But most importantly, I forgot the name of your book, sir. but but this is also perfect too. Because ironically, this is for you niggas who love to cite shit. You never see a motherfuckers telling you, man, I'm saying, John 3 chapter 3 verse 10. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Hey, I used to have so many references. Man, at that time, I swore I knew the Bible. And ironically, here I am here talking about another book that you may know the name of it now, and I don't even know the name. Nigga, if you understand everything I just told you about this book, motherfucker, then you get it. Although you know the name and you never fucking understood it. Fuck out of here, man. Listen, man, that's why a lot of you motherfuckers like... Yo, when you embrace life, random. I'm on some bullshit tonight. Yo, I had this bitch, right, that came over once, right? Bitch came over, saw my book, like, just so you guys know. I mean, whatever the fuck, right? So some of my books, right? But I have additional books. That's what I was trying to say, right? And then this bitch asked me, "What's your favorite book?" As if, but you know how people like, okay, if you can tell me, the book that you're reading now, or maybe 5 books that you're reading, you know what I'm saying? I met this nigga too, man. I hope you know. This nigga talk. Yeah, and it's so funny. You know what I'm saying? Here I am. This nigga popping shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's not shit. I mean, I see where it's coming from, but me being who I am, I was being quiet and listening. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can tell me 5 books that you're reading right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with you. I'm like, God damn, nigga. Now, granted, I get the overall idea, which is pretty much how you helping yourself. But don't get lost in fucking, okay, so you gave me 3 books. You fell short. You're not good enough. That's what you see people do, man. We label shit. But anyway, not defending anything, but all I know is, listen, if you read that book, with everything I just told you just now, it would put you on a whole different level. I could tell you this much, nigga. The whole journey that he took you on, the journey, the faith, the whatever, like what you had to go through, and just to realize it was nothing. Not necessarily nothing, but the point of what it's making here is like, it's your journey. You made it. That's why when you blaming this life, it's like, okay. If you want to tell me how fucked up life is, I mean, go ahead. That's why, just like I always tell people, I understand your point. I understand, okay, this life is not perfect. Because contrary to what I think, I look at this life as being perfect. And however, my definition of what perfection is not your definition of perfection. Because your definition of perfection is a dream. You're dreaming. Whenever you say none of us is perfect, it's because we fail. We all fail. That I do acknowledge. But here's the difference between you and me, though. The world that I'm living in, my failure doesn't define me. In fact, I realize when I keep going, when I fail, I get better. If this is not facts for you, it's facts for me. So again, spirituality, when I talk to people too, man, it's not out of this fucking world. The way you motherfuckers are looking at it. It's like a lot of people are using, well, mostly religion, but, let me just use spirituality, in quotations. Motherfuckers always look at it like it's something outside of this world. When we're looking for everybody will be loving, you know what I'm saying, we'll be holding hands, the animals, the lion, you'll be playing with the lions. You know what I'm saying? And guess what, niggas? You have niggas in Africa right now doing that shit. First of all, and I heard that shit too, man. When you see niggas living with lions, these niggas are living in the jungle. I would leave these niggas alone. Listen, these niggas in Africa are living with fucking lions. Your neighborhood, your dog. Do you have the dog that's outside right now? You know what I'm saying? Is there any bears? I mean, we all know deers and all that shit, but we keep it safe, don't we? All right, that part. Now that right there, that was just free game. But anyway, the point that I was making. Oh shit, I had a few points. I think I didn't finish. All right. So just let's finish up one point, right? Before we tackle another. You know what? This is crazy because now that I'm thinking about this, because I don't know what the title of this is going to be, because I originally had something in mind, and then Spirit took me on a whole different level. But anyway, which is good. I could just drop that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Which is all good. But anyway, I felt like certain things needed to be said. I don't know who had to hear it, and I just knew what I had to say. Do you see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But what this is pertaining to is you having a deeper understanding of your reality. That's why we are mysterious. Like when we talk about a supernatural, shit, everything is supernatural. You know what I'm saying? And when you're saying it's supernatural in a way to say that it's not normal, you're only saying this because your reference is the external life. Meaning your waking experience is what you call normal. That's truly what it comes down to. But yet we are all experiencing it. That's why when you truly know your essence, it will set you free. The whole transcending aspect of this knowledge, it pretty much entails you truly know who you are. And now with that understanding, now this is how you're floating. Now at this point, although you are in the physical, it's almost like you're not even in the physical because you have activated this other part of you. Which pretty much is that spiritual aspect of it. That life within this life. The truth. The hidden truth. The sight that goes beyond our eyesight. You see, that's the miracle that I do. Those are the people that I give sights to. Oh, you better let them know what you see here, baby. You gotta let them know, man. You know what I'm saying? You go and tell them what you see, man. You know what I'm saying? See, when you get in tune with that type of life, even if you're living in the physical, it doesn't matter. Because now at this point, you become immortal because you acknowledge the immortality in you. Again, this is your condition. This is who you are. Know who you are. Maybe that should be the title. I don't know. Shit, fuck it. I'll just put the know who you are. Do you realize, like, okay, I want you guys to understand this. Do you notice a lot of those fucking actors, they're somehow connected to I mean, there's some sort of spiritual shit that these motherfuckers got. And it's impossible for them not to acknowledge it, especially when you have to tap into other things. What you see with Jamie Foxx and Ray, for Jamie Foxx to no longer act like Jamie Foxx, he had to tap into Ray. And tapping into him, depending on how skillful you are, what I realize about a lot of these actors, right, what they do They would learn about what you eat, what you do, like the way you speak, the way you do all of that, which is good because they are repeating a pattern, but the idea is for them to tap into your energy. That's why I tell you guys to adopt a Godhead mentality. Because the way you function, and that goes for everybody, you cannot go any further than you. You can only go as far as you go. Like how far? I mean, how? I mean, the whole idea of rich dad and poor dad. What do you think that was? Think and grow rich. This motherfucker's teaching you how to adopt a new mentality besides the mentality that was given to you, and that's why you poor. Again, revealing your own fucking nature. Now, these motherfuckers, I would call them thieves. And that's what you see in the Bible too. What that is saying is, this motherfucker, how helpful his information was. They are liars. Do you know why they are liars? Not because what he was saying was not true, but because of what he was saying, he didn't tell you the truth about you. And that's what I'm here revealing to you. Now, in his book, he's telling you how to adopt this mentality. Those, like, if you look at Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a great thing that he did too. Like this motherfucker, that's what we do in the occult. Choosing to dad, I think this motherfucker make that shit up. But even if he didn't, clever. And that's why his book was the narrative, the storytelling, your story. And what you were able to learn from the poor dad and the rich dad, from the poor dad, is you grew up like I grew up, like you see these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like in my case, it was a little bit different. Oh my God. Like, because in my case, nigga, I was, well, if we're using the right terms, I was human trafficked. I was trafficked. You know what I'm saying? I was raised with motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, who didn't tell me who I was. Of course, they wanted to get my money. That's all that shit was. You know what I'm saying? They got paid for not telling who I was. But anyway, this shit's gonna go out soon anyway. It's gonna be public acknowledgement. So, hey, it is what it is. So, I'm saying that to say, you should be able to relate. Although, when I came to realize other stuff about my reality, I was still being able to relate. So if I can relate, that's truly what I'm trying to say. Tell you by me giving you a little bit of, you could definitely relate. And that's why the whole Bible was said the way it was said. Let me make this point. That's why we understand. You'll never, letters kills. Letters kills. And as a result, and that's what you see over the years. That's why when you're trying to approach this shit academically, nigga, you shitting all, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta clean up. You shitting on yourself. If you think you're gonna approach this type of knowledge academically, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Because I hear niggas talking about, well, where did you get this from? What type of knowledge? There's got to be a book. There may be a book too. But from you approaching it from that perspective, can you ask the Dogon, where do they get their information from? The letters kills, man. Do you know how many? There's tons of books that's talking about the shit that I'm talking about now. I'm pretty sure. I mean, of course. I mean, I mean, I let's just say I will be writing books too, right? But the reason why I'll be doing it, it's not because the information is not out there. It's just I'm gonna say it my way. It's just my. I mean, it's part of me revealing myself. I'm doing my work. But I'm saying that to say, do you see what I'm saying? Academically, that's why you could see over the years. I mean, listen, perfect example. We are living in the age of information. Why do we have a lot of dumb people? Explain that to me. It's not about reading or writing. You have motherfuckers who would be interested in learning about the things that they are interested in, like I did. Like I did. I mean, although, like, for me, I was a little more open. I wasn't just, like, I study all different backgrounds. Like, I know about Hinduism, Buddhism, voodoo, fucking, religion, whatever the fuck. I just wanted to know. In fact, I started in fucking religion. That urge in me, something wouldn't allow me to stop, and it was part of me, and it was what it was. But anyway, again, when you truly know the truth, that transcendence that I was talking about, when the physical is no longer physical, you have transcended. And that transcendence doesn't mean you refuted or you suppressed your physicality. Got nothing to do with that at all. In fact, you embracing your physicality, nigga. However, you get to know more about who you are. And that little extra aspect of yourself, oh man, like when you find it, then you realize it is all of you. Just like your thoughts is all of you. And I'm not talking about thoughts about like having ideas. I'm talking about your thoughts in terms of your vision, your understanding. You change your understanding, you change your life. And it's the same life that you're living in. How physical is this life really? So when we're talking about this life is not real, that's what it means. Not that, you see what I'm saying? And the whole Paulo Coelho, his name is coming up. Come on, nigga, I ain't giving up on you, bitch. Coelho, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I know I was gonna get you, nigga. Paulo Coelho. Coelho. Books. There you go. The Alchemist. Fuck it. I went through all this shit. Me being the alchemist myself. Do you see how you have to learn how to embrace what you don't know too? Oh man, I'm going deep with you motherfuckers tonight. Embracing the unknown. That's what I did. I mean, although I mean, shit. I don't give a fuck anyway. Not in a way. Of course, I mean, this was a good book. I mean, I don't want you guys to get it, distorted here. You know what I'm saying? Not, what I'm saying. That was a good book. But again, it has to do with you too. You see, like the goodness of this book, how it is to me now, how it is when I read it. Shit, like maybe 15 years ago. Man, 5 years ago, I got to really understand what the book was talking about. Like, I mean, not that I didn't really I mean, you know what I'm saying? But this is just to show you, too, as you grow, you see things differently. So is it about knowing how to read or write? Is it really? Because I could tell you right now, I mean, just like I was saying before, I mean, I don't know what you think of me. I just don't feel like I'm that stupid. You know what I'm saying? I may not be the brightest guy, but I don't think I'm that stupid now, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and well, all right. Let me put it to you this way. I was born in Haiti, and there are French books that I read that I didn't understand. Now, what's up, nigga? What's up now, bitch? Shit. Even if that shit was written in Creole, I wasn't ready for it. It's not the language, it's your understanding. So when you go to ninth or a seventh grade and then you have a teacher, it's helping you with the understanding. Now you have to do your homework so you are in alignment with the understanding of what you're learning. That's how you learn. And then you take your test. How much have you retained? How much do you really learn? Is it reading and writing? Now, that's part of it too. But it's definitely not that though. I could tell you this much. So I'm saying that to say that's why you can't approach this type of knowledge with, okay, I read like several books. Check me out. Check me out right over here. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking. Ah, fuck out of here. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. In fact, if you read that many books, you haven't understood any of them. Because if you have, because I've read many books myself, and I could tell you, it's not academic, nigga. So it's either I didn't quite process what I thought I understood. Hey, it definitely happened. Ain't no shame in my game, nigga. I just don't think that's the case, though. Let me not just say, I know it's not the case. Then you would have to explain to me, you know, why you had to go through different teachers. And guess what? If you go to the fucking army, if you go wherever the fuck you go to, if you, let's just say somehow you become an FBI tomorrow. You're still gonna have a dumbass motherfucker teaching you some shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was in your position, you learn. You know, you do what you gotta do. But anyway, the point of what I'm making here is this, right? Having a deeper understanding of this life alone. Not even a deeper understanding, like, I don't know. Oh, it is a deeper understanding because it's not the surface knowledge. It's not the face value type of understanding. So in that sense, I mean, it's not, but, you know what I'm saying? How, you gotta know who you are, man. Because it all stems from that. What you identify yourself is. I mean, if you see yourself, let's just say, like, everything I just said about the life within a life, if you don't see it, it means nothing. Now, you may have a glimpse of it, but if you don't see it, it means nothing. That's why, too, and I also had to learn that my way. I mean, myself. I had to learn that the hard way, too. You know, about the spiritual laws. How this is not personal, but yet it is very personal. Meaning, I'll give you a perfect example. I know for me, one of the things that I had to learn that was major for me, because I had to go through this with my baby mother, and then with my, you know what I'm saying, kidnappers. I was kidnapped though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, yo. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because in Haiti, kidnapping was very popular at one point, and then I was kidnapped myself. Anyway, oh my God, yo. I know some of you guys may think this is not. I mean, it's not funny. All right, what you gonna do about it, though? For me, there's nothing I could do about it but to accept it and make the best out of me. Do you see what I'm saying? Make the best out of me, man. And that's also why I'm doing what I'm doing too. I shouldn't say why. Yeah, it is why. Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk about that tomorrow because I had a whole other conversation. Well, not tomorrow. I got some things to do. But anyway, Thursday, or Friday. But definitely not tomorrow. But you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man. Early on, as I was, I knew I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been. Listen, man. All right, so let me share a couple of things with you guys, man. It's about let's just talk some shit. We're gonna make it that, right? Man, I'm talking about the meditative state that I've been in lately. It's just, oh my God, man. Listen, man, it's almost like you know how they say the more you know, the less you understand. Anyway, it's something you're gonna have to experience that. But anyway, I mean, it's just the beauty of life too, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, anyway, hold up. I want some bullshit, man. We're gonna talk some shit tonight, man. Listen, man. And this is what I love about this too. Like, shout out to Queen Cup, right? Because she was saying some shit in terms of how this internet is the 5D, and it is. It is. But anyway, I'm not gonna delve into that though. But I definitely gotta, shout her out. You know what I'm saying? And just not just her, man. Anybody else who's doing God's work, who's out here speaking this type of shit, helping people to become better. Come on, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. And this is what we're doing in this fucking community. That's what the work is all about. When you really understand and really get to see it for what it is, it's almost like, man, this is the wilderness. Like, it's called that way that for a reason. I mean, think about it, right? Because if this is all this literature shit that we all talking about, and now get it, I understand because I read, and then I developed myself that way. So I'm not saying reading doesn't help you. I mean, I hope you guys. Oh man, I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I mean, I hope I didn't confuse you. If I did, well, shit, nigga, fuck, it is what it is. Mm. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, and just so you guys know too, man, whenever you see me doing, like, because my niggas always around me. Oh man, you have no idea. And this is why too, man. Like, my space is a sanctuary. Like, hmm, now you guys may notice this, right? A lot of people who's into, let's just say, the esoteric world, right? There's always certain things that we choose not to say. And the reason why, I mean, just so you guys know, again, and that was the part that I had to learn. And I'll give you a perfect example, right? And that shit started probably when I was in my 20s too. No, not just my in my 20s, but when I turned 20. I remember I was going through some heavy duty thinking, bro. What am I gonna do after after high school? What the fuck? You feel me? Now, yeah, let's fuck with me for a second. Man, fuck it, man. Fuck with me for a second, right? Let me chill on this side now. Since I noticed you understood everything I said on that side. Motherfuckers. So, yeah, I'm really feeling this. This is some shit. But anyway. So as I was going through, like, okay, just to give you a little bit about me, man. So listen, man. The minute I hit the ground, I hit the land, I needed to know the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So at a very young age, you know what I'm saying, we did the Jesus shit, right? So we went, do the whole, church shit at a very young age, very, passionate about it. And of course, once you get into your teenage, you know what I'm saying, your dick start getting hard and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what comes with that. But then again, right? After high school, it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What's up? Mm. And there's a reason why I'm telling you this, right? Because remember, the point that I'm making here is showing you, what I had to learn. Do you see what I'm saying? Also, listen, it's all gonna make sense. Relax, 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 motherfucker. Shit. Sit, get your drink, relax. I got you. But I also want you to keep in mind the point that I was making here is that trying to teach you the things that I learned right over the years. But this is I'm going somewhere with that. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? It all gotta make sense. But before I do so, let me make sure that I take care of mine. You know what I'm saying? So I can take care of you. But going back to what I was talking about here. So at that age, of course, and I did mention the early on shit because I wanted you to know that was something that was always inside of me. But the point that I'm making about that too, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, other people that I met too, that's about this path. Their upbringing was very similar. You see what I'm saying? It was very similar in terms of you trying to get to know yourself. And this is why I was telling you guys too, even if you don't know who you fully are, you can be that. Hmm. You should be that. But anyway, and this is oh man, the fucking not just the fucking ecstasy, but the thrill, the excitement of life, the you not knowing what's gonna happen, the you taking the risk, and you pretty much betting on yourself. But anyway, so I'm saying this is the point that I wanted to make with you guys, right? So I don't want to, rant too much. Let's just get to the point, right? Because we got other shit to talk about. So because I was able to change, I thought, you know, what people wanted or the way I could help people is to help them to see better things. As I got to see better things. But the thing I felt to see about me, though, I didn't see how good looking I was. Oh, when I found my beauty, baby, shit, you can't tell me nothing. That's when you stop to project yourself on other people. And it's not even fair anyway, because you'll be as toxic as they are. In fact, that's what toxic people do. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I understand this knowledge is for when you're ready for it. I'm not going around trying to convert you, motherfuckers. You know? And it doesn't work that way anyway. It doesn't. It does not. It doesn't work that way. Now, granted, I'm not saying we shouldn't be speaking about it. Because even our words, as you already know, those are seeds, right? So again, to show you how non-physical this physical life is. So why are you planting seeds? Or even if you're planting seeds too, why would I remember some of the shit you said about, let's just say, 2 or 3 years ago? Because these things do happen that way too. I know for me, like the people that I wanted to listen to, it started with me because I had the urge. So let me see what this motherfucker talking about. Let me see what that motherfucker's talking about. Let me see this. Again, this is to say, it's you. Now here's the thing. Depending on how you choose to look at yourself, or the knowledge you got to know about you, because that's all we're doing. To be conscious is to know about who you are. So we don't fully know who we are, but we can be it though. And you're going to be it anyway. Your environment is going to reflect it to you. Your choice is going to reflect it to you. And this is why you need to learn about those spiritual laws, because those spiritual laws are your guides to help you to reflect. If you don't understand what's taking place in the inside, well, take a look on the outside. As it is within, so it is without. I mean, if it's not injustice, nigga, you're not gonna go to jail because you didn't do some shit. In fact, that's why it would be injustice. But if you did this shit, you go into jail for what you did. How is that not justice, nigga? I'm saying that to say that we are reflecting our reality. That's everybody. How you see things, you want to cheat other people, then you become a thief. You robbing people. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers have thoughts, they have ideas, they have understanding, they see life a certain way. How do you think they see life? You know what I'm saying? And then if you investigate a lot more into these motherfuckers, then you're gonna realize even in their life, they are fake. That's why if you false to you, you can never be true to somebody else. Let me say it again. You know what? I'm not tipping twice, baby. You already got your tip. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. Isn't it all criminals who are doing crimes? Like, they don't do the crime openly just so everybody can see it. They know they're criminals. They do it in fucking secret. If you're not true to you, you're never gonna be true to somebody else. If you false to you, you're not gonna be true to somebody else. Doesn't work that way, baby. You can only be true to somebody else when you're being true to you. Mm-hmm. Like over here, what you see is what you get. This is the whole army that I war with. And you know, my invisible people too. I'm never by myself, nigga. I roll deep, man. Both in the physical and the spiritual plane. Yo, I roll so deep, and this is what I like about it too. And the spirit showed me that shit, right? My protection, how these niggas are the nigga. All you need to know is that I roll deep. I'm never by myself, nigga. You thought I was by myself? Well, try me. Yeah, try me. I'm begging you to try me. And I'm saying this respectfully too. Like, I'm not even looking for trouble. You know? Not at all. That's not the point. Why would I come on here looking for trouble? It doesn't make sense. You know? Why would I come on here sharing this message, looking to elevate other people and looking for trouble? Doesn't make sense, man. But I also understand the energy that comes with me. It comes with that too. You know what I'm saying? To you, I will be a blessing to you. But I could tell you right now, people, that's why, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to make them happy. You know what I'm saying? I'll just give them a week. I'll give you a couple of days. You see me? Yes. And then you see me, oh shit. Now you niggas, I got a lot of bad news for you guys, man. Shit. First of all, I'm not saying shit besides me. The other shit I could say, that would just be too much. I'm already here. Yo, listen, man. All right, so let me just say this. Some of you would not understand what is taking place here. What am I saying? But in due time, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You could rewind it. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? This is for the world. I talk to a whole universe, man. So here's something else too, and I think I'm gonna make that part of my disclaimer, right? So you know, I have all kinds of people that are watching. I mean, that are actually watching me. If this is your first time, listen. I love you. You welcome here. You coming back. You already know what's up. But if you're coming back and then you know on fake accounts and other shit, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep tab and shit. Oh man, you're gonna hurt yourself, man. Hey, keep hurting yourself. You know what? You know what? Let me tell you the truth. Here's the truth. Okay? I laugh when I'm here. When I'm not here, I'm crying. What am I crying about? Yo. You know what, guys? Like, oh man, it's just insane, man. That's all I'm gonna say. mm. No, man. But anyway, I guess the whole conversation was about you being who you are. But for you to understand that who you are, it's more than what you appear to be. So, which means you would have to embrace not just the physical aspect of yourself, but also the spiritual or the intellect aspect of yourself. It's a must. Do you see what I'm saying? Yo, have you ever been on a fucking diet? Have you ever fast? I'm saying that for a reason. I'm asking you this. Because if you do any of that, then you realize it takes more than you to do anything that you want to do. And more than you, I'm not saying anything extra. What I'm saying is you would have to dig inside of you. Because you do have a higher self. I mean, shit, I found mine, so I know. You know what I'm saying? Always, although it may not be said to you explicitly, but you're living it. Your job is to acknowledge that. That's why you'll see a lot of us, it will take you a little bit of time to know what your energy is all about. You need to reflect. That's where the meditation comes in. This is where you getting to know who you are comes in. There's no other way. Besides you. You are the way. You are the way, and you are the truth too. Because the truth is you. I had this short, and I think I'm gonna close it out on this though, guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like chilling tonight, and I'm a big fuck. Shit, I could do this all night. But anyway, I feel like talking shit anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to fuck with you guys tonight, man. To be honest, but I also had this. Well, I'm gonna do it when I do it. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit took over this whole conversation here because, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it was very important for you to understand what you're living. But the thing is, what you're experiencing can be seen with a certain pairs of eyes. Just like my son who's talking about Spider-Man and myself, who now became a man, cannot speak like that little boy. But also it also allowed me to embrace him too, right? I mean, not saying I can't speak to him, but not speaking the way he does, with the level of understanding that he has. Because he hasn't gone through some internal processes that would allow him now to see the external better. As it is within, so it is without. That's why if you understand that now, so now if you don't understand what's going on in the inside, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you just gotta be smart with it. Now, let's just check out what's going on in the inside. On the outside, I meant to say. And that would allow you, again, I strongly recommend the Kabbalion. In fact, I'm going to put the name somewhere, towards the end, the Kabbalion. And the reason why you want to check it out, you want to do this to yourself. For yourself. You want to learn about the mental nature of this universe. Because what that would do for you is that it would allow you to see you. That's why the Kabbalion is a self-mastering book, like I always tell people. But a lot of people got stuck into just the 7 hermetic principles. They're just looking at the principles. But then there's a whole bunch of shit that's being said about the principles that they don't fully get. Like, for instance, like when they talk about the Kabbalion, most people, and I follow and I listen to what they're saying. Like, let me see what you're saying, nigga. Like, what's going on with the Kabbalion? Yes, they do talk about the fucking hermetics, the 7 hermetic principles. They talk about all that shit. Sometimes I feel like niggas just want to talk just for to show off their knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell motherfuckers, man. Listen, you want to sound smart or you want to be smart. Sound smart would be okay. Let me help you understand. Let me use it in terms of people that you may know, right? Sounding smart is you sounding like Bill Cosby. What is it that these motherfuckers are wearing? I can't believe you dressing up this way. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be this. You want to be that. You want to serve society. I mean, I'm not against that though. Like I'm shit, nigga. If you, what do you think I'm doing? But the level of the work of what I'm doing, that's where the difference is. So that's why for me personally, I always say everybody's doing God's work. That's why I don't know anybody who had gone against me yet. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this shit's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some religious nigga, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't say against me yet. I know other people that have gone against me. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of, let's just say, I disagree with that, what that brother said, or he had this Facebook and then he said that. I haven't experienced that yet. And when it happens, I'm not gonna give a fuck either. Because it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna have a different opinion. Someone's gonna have whatever the fuck they do. Which is good. And when they do, I'm gonna give them this fat thumbs up. You're doing the work. So if I was not able to help you, it's okay. Somebody else will. But ultimately, as long as you're being helped. But ultimately, too, and hopefully, I hope you understand the type of help that you're getting too. And do you see how it all will, comes back to you? How would you know the type of help that you need if you don't know you? I'm waiting. Let me know. I mean, for crying out loud, man. For Christ's sake, motherfuckers. Like, you wash your ass, right? You're responsible for yourself. But a lot of us, this is what I noticed. When we talk about the self, I've seen a lot of ladies doing that too. They be at the spa. They be to get their nails done. This is for the self. Now, ladies, you doing good, baby. I mean, shit. Like me personally, like shit. Side note, man, I'm talking shit tonight anyway. I don't give a fuck. So listen, you, I like those toes and nails done. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ah, shit. Now I'm not gonna give you the color yet. Well, you know what I'm saying. I know you've been around me. You know what I'm saying. I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure whatever you get on, I'll be fine. But those are some of the things that I like. I'm saying that to say, a lot of people when they talking about loving who they are or self love, you know, it's you going to a fucking restaurant, you know, spending I don't know $500 or shit. Make it $5,000. Cause I know you big spenders. Y'all ballers. You know, man, shot callers and all that, right? So I'm not mad at that at all. But if that's the only thing you do for you, you talking about self-love. Oh nah, baby, but you just doing half. You don't know the full story. You only know the half, and you doing the half. I want some bullshit tonight. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you only know the half. There's another half of you. How about the mental aspect of yourself? Like I always tell people, man, and that's why too, man. Like, I mean, shit. I know some motherfuckers like you're a spiritual healer, nigga. Like some people could be like, oh yeah, I know that, I know that, I could feel it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Your energy's there. You know what I'm saying? Some people are able to read it, but most motherfuckers though, you nigga, man, you party too much, nigga. And when I'm partying too, shit. What does Jesus got to do with anything? She's got to do anything, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's all spiritual, nigga. Oh man. But anyway, I'm gonna close it out, guys. Man, I'm having such a wonderful time, and I felt like it's been a minute too, man. So I just wanted to talk about so many different things. Um, should I talk about any downloads that I got? Nah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. You know, this is a peaceful time. This is the time for me to enjoy everything I got around me, and it's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. But just so you guys know, too, man. You know, don't give up on me, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a lot. Shit, you're gonna have enough. Shit, you should have enough of me now. You know what I'm saying? I have almost 400 videos. Like, if it is shit, you got a lot for you to binge on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's just have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Then if you want to learn, depending on what your urge is, or where you at in it, you know what I'm saying? Let's just have some nigga time. And then I got other videos, nigga. Go ahead and binge on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything you got from me too, man. And listen, I'm proud to say it's gonna be premium information. It's top notch. It's you know what I'm saying? It's creme de la creme, like I like to say. You know, c'est le crème de la crème. You know it? Mm. I'm trying to figure out before I let you guys go. Was there any point that I made that I didn't quite? You know what I'm saying? So we talked about the whole illusion, and I wanted you to see in the illusion what Paulo Coelho was able to do in The Alchemist. Motherfucker, I got you, bitch. In The Alchemist was not just showing that spiritual experience with you, but this motherfucker in his book. Now that was good. That was like for me, and I'm not even talking about, you know, the journey, what he was talking about, but the whole depiction. Because I look at the art. Like for me, this is how, like when I look at another, you know what I'm saying, like spiritualist, or you know another like brother who's doing the work. Listen, man, I look at it on a whole other level. And this motherfucker is on all that other level. Mm-hmm. That was such a brilliant ways to put it together. Because I'm working on something too, motherfucker. I see you, bitch. Brilliant, brilliant. Here's another motherfucker that I like too. He did The Prestige. Now that is a classic. That was good too. And unfortunately, you know, I mean, I don't know, man. Since then, my brother, I haven't seen any work that's better than that. I mean, you've improved. I mean, not improved. You've done other work that touch on different things and being presented in different ways, but not the way The Prestige was done. Christopher Nolan. That was good. Very good. But anyway, this could be the time for me to take the time too to acknowledge the other. Like, come on, man, because we all doing God's work. All of you motherfuckers out there doing God's work, I salute you, regardless of on the level that you're doing it. As long as, I mean, not as long, but you teaching people to be better. I gotta salute that, and that include pastors, whoever the fuck you are. That's why for me, like, you talk about the church, you know what I'm saying? You had motherfuckers, especially in this country, in America, the church like plays a big part, man. You know what I'm saying? And although, I mean, I know the other shit that comes with it, but you know, you can't neglect some of the shit that they actually do, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in black church too. Let's you just like me, I don't fuck with none of that shit, right? But black church in America, you know, they give people, help people to act better. Now you might want to ask yourself, and I'm not gonna get into it, to what agenda, though, to what degree, you know, they're working with the government to, hey, listen, I'm just saying entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of your growth, that's what I care about. That's what I worry about, man. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Listen, that's where I come in. If you're about your growth, your personal growth, the way I serve my community is in your personal growth. Now go on and vote. Vote for me too. Please, you know what I'm saying? Help me be safe. Because I know, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have a couple months that's coming up here. How serious that is, and how we're about to die. Listen, you got some serious decision to make. Please save me. Please save me. Okay? And in return, I would help you to elevate yourself. How about that? Vote for me. Not me directly. Vote for me. You know what I'm saying? Can you? Oh, you can't? Alright. Shit. We'll figure it out. Alright? We're going to figure it out. But all I'm saying is this, too, though. When we were talking about those thieves, do you see what I'm saying? Like, when you look at somebody like, I don't think I should say the name. Okay, I'm not going to say the name. There are, and I'm going to put it like this, only because I call them thieves, but I want you to understand that I support these people, but I also call them thieves. Well, not necessarily because I'm making up the name, but I came to understand what the Bible said about these people. Because here they are, right? They tell you about voting, being involved in your community. This is good. Making a difference. Well, motherfucker, what do you think I'm in? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you probably just looked at a guy smoking cigars or drinking whatever the fuck. But if that's what you see, listen, man. That's what you see. Then you know what? You welcome to, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm saying, you good, nigga. The good thing about me, you'll be lucky to see me reply to you. You know what I'll do for you? I'll give you a like. Like, get him. Get him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's what they tell you, right? But all of that is dealing with your external aspect of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no government is going to make you rich. I mean, although their purpose is not to make you rich, and not everybody's going to be rich anyway. That's not what I'm saying. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, what you have to do what you know you need to do. I mean, nobody can do it for you though. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna drop it. It's just too hot. You know what I'm saying? And I have a tendency to get to the heart of shit. So because my intention is not what it may appear to be, in terms of because a lot of times us who speak the truth, right? We always have this. I don't want to say connotation. I'm not even sure if that's the right word, but in terms of it's almost like we always been put right in front of okay, if you're speaking the truth, then what's up with these niggas? Well, these niggas are doing them niggas. my job is to help you to do you. Are you doing you? Am I helping you? Well, if not, well, go vote for the nigga that's gonna help you. Is it Trump or who's gonna help you? Trump? You vote for Trump. Are you black? So it's not Trump. You not like him. Who's gonna save you? Kamala? Well, vote for that bitch. Vote for that bitch. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what I've seen though. What I have seen over the years. Listen, man, they can't do. I mean, even if they wanted to, they can't do everything that they say they want to do. So again, this is not about no political bullshit. In terms of, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I use it as an example for you to better you. That's why this is truly, to me, entertainment purposes. But also, for you to be fully independent of your own mind. You gotta understand that. If not, your mind is tempered with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your mind is stained. In other words, you don't see how you're supposed to see. Do you see what I'm saying? In fact, this is how I'm going to respond to that. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. That's simple, man. It's that simple. But my thing has always been this, because I was addressed. I had this girl. My God, this bitch went off on me. When I say went off, I'm like looking at this bitch, man. Right, and I never forget that too. You know what I'm saying? And that was around the time, you know what I'm saying, I was, she was in pre-law. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to make a difference. Save the world, which is good. And listen, a lot of people are moved by that too. And listen, and especially in my position too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say I know what I know. And what I'm saying has nothing to do, and this is why I don't know why a lot of times, and the same thing, Jesus was done the same way. Right? Which was, when he was brought, in front of, what was it, Pilate, and what was this other motherfucker's name? Was it Herod? Yeah, Herod. Herod and fucking Pilate. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. I have all these niggas checking me out. And I come up like this in front of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I come up like this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. And I'm going to tell them the same thing. Hey, listen, man. You do your worst. You know what I'm saying? You do your worst, man. You know what I'm saying? But just know, what I do got nothing to do with you, nigga. But I can understand why you may feel insecure. I get it. I understand. Now, that's why I kind of don't give a fuck though, like, because my job is not that. So why would I give a fuck about that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but ultimately, when you find the ultimate truth, man, when you're able to bypass all this bullshit and to know this is your life, your growth, your development. What that has to do with the fucking government, dog? You tell me. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, of course, there's rules and regulations. I mean, give the Caesar what belongs to Caesar, dog. I'll pay taxes. Shit. They want taxes? Shit. Yeah, there's your taxes, dog. You know what I'm saying? What that has to do with nothing. What that has to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, the bottom line of what I was trying to say here is also, there's a couple things, there's a lot of shit that I'm saying here. Just so you guys know. Now, listen, man. If you're not living a lonely life, I didn't say alone, I said lonely. You're not learning. And if you're pleasing a lot of other people, you're not being fair to you neither. I said, come on, man. You can't like everybody. How can you? That's not even fair. Why would I want everybody like me? That doesn't make any sense. Especially after knowing what I know. Shit, if anything, I'm expecting motherfuckers not to love me at all. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm seeking for you not to love me. What I'm saying is, I came to understand, listen, a big part of this, you have to be of it. When I had my urge and I needed to learn, you couldn't tell me shit. And other people who have gone through that path, you can't tell them shit neither. That's why they stop at knowledge. It's not even about, I mean, who am I going to argue with? There's no argument here. Okay, I hear you. Good. Good. And there's something I needed to learn too. Oh shit, I'll fucking nigga. Yo, you ever talk to stupid people and then they help you? Like, I know for me, like, that's why I listen to everybody. Oh, like, they help me to better my shit. You have no idea. In fact, that's why I listen to other people. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I listen to other people because of what I know. But anyway, I mean, I just don't want to give you guys a whole bunch of shit because some of the things that I'm saying is probably not gonna click until you get there, and that's the way it works. But anyway, the point that I wanted to make here is what was a few, right? So we talked about how much of an illusion this life is, meaning everything you do, you see, is not what it seems. There's a lot more to what you see. Just like looking at me, I already talked about that. You know, understanding that's why you got to choose you. When you understand who you are, listen, if you understand only this part of you thoroughly, if you thoroughly understand you are both physical and non-physical, then you good. Then you good. Because if you see that in you, then you'll be able to see it in life around you, in your environment. Then now your interpretation of life is going to be different. Like me, when I look at people, I don't look at people, I look at energies. I don't care what you're saying to me. To be honest, I know your energy. So you could lie to yourself. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, and here's the thing too. I'm not here to, what the fuck, like to argue with you. You say whatever the fuck you want. Like when this bitch went off on me. When I say went off, and I would just listen to the whole shit, and I didn't even rebuttal none of it. She was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine me helping you to see life in a better perspective? That will help you to see, to even get your life better. Because God, that's what God does in your life. With no divine qualities, is chaos around you. Who do you have trust in? Who do you believe? Who do you do business with? Without those divine qualities, it's chaos. There's nothing that could be done. Not businesses. You wouldn't trust me. I wouldn't trust you. Like, nigga, I'm from Haiti. I know how these motherfuckers work. So I know. Where there's less divine qualities, there's more corruptions. And with more corruptions, you already know. And then also you have two niggas that talks about justice, but then you already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? How many stories of people that we've heard, and again, this is not to go against the government or nobody, but just to give you the proper understanding. How many people have gone to jail for things that they didn't do? Hell, shit. Like my case, I mean, I'm different. But let's just say, these people, I had people who was trying to steal my inheritance. Oh man, when I tell you the shit they say about me, you have no idea. In fact, I'm retarded right now. Because they're trying to get power of attorney over who? Oh, Scotty didn't know. Scotty didn't know. So I'm saying that to you, not to make it seems like, I mean, it's not the understanding. It's not from a silver like spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get the message, you get the message. It doesn't matter how you got it. But my message, it wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the message. My message is me. But anyway, guys. So let's just summarize everything we talked about, because ultimately what we're talking about here is for you to be you. And without you, it's like if you don't know what you want, which entails you knowing you don't know what you want, well, you're gonna fall for anything. You don't stand for anything, well, you fall for anything. Mm-hmm. Then you also have people who also stands for destructions, and these people will not, when it comes like constructions, they don't deal with that. And if you about construction, and then guess what? There's gonna be people that you're gonna deal with that's not about that. So that's why the journal, the spiritual journey too, you have to know you, because knowing you allow you not to project yourself on other people, to truly see people as for who they are. But how do you do that if you're projecting yourself into somebody else? Meaning, if I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking what you're gonna do is what I'm gonna do. I mean, you that's what delusion is. In fact, That is a big part of my victory. It was people who knew, who thought they knew me. What they did is perfect. They projected themselves to me. And that's why I tell people too, everything they tell you about me is true. Not because of me. No, 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 no. It has nothing to do with me here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being used. I got it. But the reason why I'm telling you to listen to them, because everything they're saying about them, about me, is truly about them. Because they don't know me. They truly don't. They think they do, which is the beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, for me personally, I'm just watching people who's entitled of me. You know what I'm saying? People who are, right? Yo, you know me, huh? But this is also the beauty. This is the beauty of life. Of people who are reading a book from the cover. Whereas life in itself, nothing can be seen from a cover. Nothing. You want to have a proper understanding of this life? You're going to have to dig into it. By digging into you. By you understanding your reality. And once you do, then you will be able to understand the reality that's around you, because it's not different from you. And when you do, that's when you're going to start flowing with life. Bruce Lee talked about being like water, my friend. You can only be like water. This is what he didn't tell you. He's another thief too. But I love him. I love you. You know I do. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to this nigga too. Real nigga. Mm-hmm. It was a pleasure talking to you too, sir. You know what I'm saying? No, but that was my conversation. But anyway, all I'm saying is this. They didn't tell you. When I was talking about those other people who were helping you. Like, perfect example. The Secret. The Secret. What was secretive about The Secret? Was it something you didn't know? Was it something that you were already living, and then when it was said, it was brought to your attention, now you acknowledge it? Which one is it? And if something that you acknowledge, then that is something you've been doing all along. And if you've been doing that, the true secret should be, or the question to what the secret should be is, who the fuck are you? See, until you know that part, everything else you're going to try to manifest. But if you know who you are, do you know what you're going to do? You're going to find the kingdom of God. Well, wait a minute. Isn't that what you're trying to do when you're trying to manifest anyway? Be in that right element, be in that right vibration, and doing all that good shit. But how do you do that if you're still holding on to? It's like Jesus said it best. How do you pour fresh wine into an old bottle of wine? Would you do that? That's what being born twice is all about, or being born again. Would you do that? It wouldn't make sense, right? It wouldn't taste the same. So there you are talking about the secret, and then you operate on this bullshit shit because you don't know the truth. And these motherfuckers been lying to you too. Now, what they tell you is the truth, but not the entire truth. That's why it is a lie. So that's why for me, I call these motherfuckers liars. I want you to understand this, not because what they're saying, it's because what they're saying is it's partially true, and that's what liars do. My nigga, that's what liars do, man. They give you the partial truth. Well, lucky for you, I'm here to give you the whole truth. It's you. You're able to manifest because life is not what it seems. Better yet, because you are not what you appear to be. If it was said to you that way, would you not want to know who you are? Would you not want to find the kingdom of God, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you can't partly change. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you can. You just wouldn't change. You know what I'm saying? Alright, you wouldn't be entirely changed, but what would be the purpose of changing? Or have you changed? If you're being born twice, well, being born again, it means something. How is it being manifested into your life? None of that could be done if you don't know who you are, bro. I don't care about how good it sounds, how relevant some of those experiences may be because you have experienced them. And yes, you have. And the reason why the secret, well, not necessarily a secret, because, you know, you could look at the cells. Numbers don't lie, bro. You tell me how much of a secret that shit was. Come on, niggas. Mm-hmm. You tell me how much of a secret that shit was. Nigga, that shit was not even a secret, even when they weren't telling you about it. Because the minute you have, they told you about it. You were able to, like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When you notice the first thing, or certain things once, right? When you first really notice it, do you not see it again? Okay. How much of a secret is that? So knowing that alone, that's why knowing the truth sets you free. But the thing is, you're not entirely set free because you don't have the whole truth. What you have, it's earth, it's the material world. Now, how do you make your material world better? That's why you fucking manifesting, motherfucker. Not because of your God-given talent. Not because of who you are. Well, good luck. Keep up the good work, man. Like, hey, how can I say? And then now you have motherfuckers who are teaching you how to manifest. Truly manifest. Nigga, how? Without me changing? I mean, how? Anybody who have ever changed. Listen, that's why I always tell people, man, if you can't tell me how stupid you used to be, nigga, you still stupid. And even if you know, some people would, you know, because a lot of liars, they know how to lie too. Like, and I could see that shit too. So even if you telling me I mean, I would know, nigga. That's why I don't give a fuck about what motherfuckers. I don't even want to hear niggas. You know, what? All right. For what? Your actions is revealing everything that you're doing. That's one. And your energy never lies neither. And that's the main thing that I go for. You know what I'm saying? Because liars know how to tell the truth, using the truth to give you lies. You know what I'm saying? It's all, in other words, liars know how to give you true lies. But if you're not in touch with you, that's how they get you. Like for me, it's like I even ask a motherfucker, like, what lies you gonna tell me? But first, you're gonna have to find me who's gonna listen to your lies. If you looking to lie to me, nigga, first you gotta find me to listen to you. Oh, I'm dying to listen to you. Nigga. I listen, I can't do nothing else but to listen to what you gotta say to me. You trying to touch my heart? Okay, well, shit, alright. Good luck. I got a good heart. I do. You know what I'm saying? Man. So much so. Niggas don't know. This message is for you. You're going to find out how much I love you. Listen, ever since you walk out of my life, I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm weak. I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm crying. I have your number right here, though. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I'm calling you right after this live. Oh shit. I'll find your number, don't worry. You never know, man. Touch my heart, baby. Love you. Oh, guys, I apologize, man. If you're watching this, I mean, not really apologizing, but what I'm truly saying is, I mean, some of you would not get what I'm saying here. It's not meant for you. You know what I'm saying? I speak to a whole fucking universe. All right. So, you know, I want to make sure everybody, you know, fake accounts, good account, good. I mean, you know, original account, fake account, whatever account. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some. But anyway, oh man, it's wild out there, baby. I know for me, let me just share this with you guys, and I'm gonna leave it here, man. Yeah, tonight I'm really wilding tonight. But anyway, yo, spirituality is a practical matter. It helps you out to navigate this life. I'll give you a perfect example. In spirituality, right, or in the occult, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, we always talk about you have to kill your parents. And yes, what I'm saying here has nothing to do with any physical actions. I mean, I don't think I had to say it. But hey, man, this is 2024. You never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? That shit has nothing to do with no physical and nothing. What this is saying is for you to know who you are. You know, your parents or anybody that you are encountering in this life is adding on to you. And if you are a parent yourself, I hope you understand what your assignment is. You know, when you get your child baptized, I hope you understand what that ritual is. You're taking on a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have your kids, to raise them, for them to be who they are. That's why you help them to have confidence. That's why you support them to be them. Not to be you. If they gotta be you, you're projecting you. Because although they may be your DNA, but they're not you. That's why it's important for you to know who you are. It makes you better, like, on all, like, different levels. You know, it would allow you, even in a fucking relationship, whatever the fuck. There's nothing you could do without you. Obviously, it's you, the life within the life. The you without the you. Now you need to find the you without you. I mean, within you. I mean, not without. I meant to say within you. It's a life within a life. The consciousness that you are attaining is the consciousness that is within that life. And as you do so, it enables you. That's what the information that's going to change you. That's how the whole lotus, and I love the whole lotus that the Buddhists do. That's why I always invite you motherfuckers to learn all different fucking, they're all talking about the same shit. If you stuck in one fucking religion, you did not get the point. Because they're all talking about the same shit. Now, this is why it comes down to you. How much do you truly understand everything? Because ultimately they're all talking about God, so they're all talking about you. And if you understand what God is, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you should embrace all of them. And even the ones, like even me, even the ones that are not, maybe, like I was talking about the secrets. You know what I'm saying? But yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm not projecting myself. I see it. But I also know the difference. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, all I'm saying is this, man. You know, when you know who you are, then you really get to discover what this world is all about. And this world, regardless of how physical it may appear to be, when you truly understand, you know, you are the result of your own product. When you truly understand, listen, you can't go, you can only go as far as you go. Your life can only go as far as you go. And when you understand that, that's why a lot of us who understand that, that's why we understand knowledge is everything. So again, how physical truly this life is when you truly know the truth, when you know who you are. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. It's been real. Anyway, the conversation that I wanted to talk about tonight, I will be talking about that on the next episode. I got some other shit going, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be soon, though. I can promise you that it's gonna be soon. So always remember, for you to be you, nobody else can be around. But also in life, just know there are people who may inspire you, and there are people who will drain you. You're gonna have to choose wisely, but your choice, that wise decision, is gonna be based on knowing who you are. And I'm gonna leave it here, baby. I sent.